Welcome back. We're back over here with the hooker, not because I want to do anything with this truck, but because I have to fix the struggle bus. So yesterday was not a great day for me. My socks got wet. I was hungry. Get back to the shop. I'm going to go home. I'm going to get some food and take these wet socks off. My truck wouldn't start. I got mad. I slammed the door shut and the window exploded. It happens. Throw a temper tantrum, it costs you money. So it started. The starter needed some percussive maintenance. We're going to get a new one ordered because you can't have this thing leaving me stranded somewhere. We got this tore apart. I didn't tear it apart at the garage because the kid's over there, the new guy, Ron the Mechanics Boy, and I don't like talking to myself on the camera in front of people. I feel like an asshole. So we're over here at the Dirty Hooker, and like a good proper junk truck, the door panel's already been removed. So I just learned how to take a Chevy door window out, but I'm going to show you. Looks like somebody started for us. So there's some screws. There's one missing. Is that one missing? I'm too short. Yeah, that one's missing. This bolt down here has to come out because that holds the bottom of the track. So I'm going to find some way to prop this door open. Maybe I can find a bungee or something so don't keep beating on me. I'm going to set you down over here, and this shouldn't be too bad since all the trim and everything's already out. So it should pop out pretty easy. There we go. We got you propped up. Got the window rolled down a little. Now, my truck, the struggle bus is an 84. It had 3 screws. This truck seems like it only had 2 and someone's already removed them. You see that wiggling there? So we should be able to just zap off this bolt down here that you can't quite see, this guy. And when I pull the window track out, I'll show you where that was. What we should be able to do is just tip this out and then roll the window part way up, and it should just kind of come apart. So let me grab the socket. We'll be right back. There's one little guy. Tuck this down out of the way. Just like that. Whoa. I gotta roll the window down more. There we go. And we see that little mount down there. That just held that there. And as this sits in the door, this is your front track for your window. And if you got something with the smoker's window and it's all hored out, it's probably this assembly here. We'll save that for later. We might need it. I think I've decided what I'm going to do with this truck. If you watch Uncle Tony's Garage, which if you're watching this and you're not over there, I don't know what you're doing with your life. Oh, that's rusty. But Uncle Tony's Garage is one of the projects he's got going. Gently. See, I can't do two things at once. One of the projects that he has going over there, I think he calls Mad Maxine. It's a 90 whatever Cherokee. You know, back when Jeeps were Jeeps. It's the next J, you know, the station wagon thing. And what he's doing with that is it's got the 4 liter, it's fuel injected, and there was a fire or something. I don't quite remember. He's going to rip all that out and put a carburetor on it and do points and all that. And he's like the doomsday, you know, EMP proof, whatever. Just to do it. Just how little wiring can you get by on a relatively modern vehicle. And I think I would like to do something like that with this truck. This truck's already is very roached. The floors are pretty shot. It's not nice enough to redo. And we're robbing parts from it as we speak. So I think what is going to happen is eventually I'll pull these doors off and clean them up and sand them and make them nice, because they are in better shape than the ones on the struggle bus. And I can take this one door off and put it on sawhorses, and I can fix it and sand it, make it nice, and then paint it and swap it right out with the one on my truck. So my truck's never down more than the hour or two it'll take to swap the door over. And the couple body parts on here that are better than mine, I can improve my daily a little bit, and we'll just take those rusty parts and throw them back on here. I'm going to have to hit the junkyard for a window at some point, I guess. But I would like to take this truck, and I'd like to see if we can get it running, convert it to points, all that, simple parts, very low money. It's already got a 4-speed, and that thing is going to be great. Everything runs off the PTO. And I'd like to see, can I build a tow truck with no electronics involved that's going to drive through the apocalypse? Because if you're going to have Mad Max World, which is the apocalypse I'm hoping for, if you're going to have Mad Max World, you're going to need a tow truck, right? You gotta drag all those carcasses home to, you know, build your Road Warrior vehicles. So this, let me move you here. You're stuck. So we crank this thing up past. Focus. You see that little notch in the channel to that wheel, and I just gotta get that popped out of there. And then this thing will kind of tilt back and it'll slip right out of that frame. So maybe. There. This is a lot easier with the window not attached. I'll be right back. Let me get a prying device. Panel popper's my second favorite prodding device. Come on. There we go. There we go. And then scooches right out. I said, this thing, focus, that thing's pretty roached. But it's better than the one that doesn't exist in my truck. So, yeah, let me bang it off the door. That'll do good. We're going to set this right on the floorboard because otherwise, I'll be spending the next couple of days with no window. Set. I mean, that is a cool looking truck, right? So I guess let me flip you around and we'll talk about this for a minute. There we go. You're not looking at my mug anymore. Like I was saying, we come over here to the struggle bus. I mean, I can buy this patch panel. You know, it's about that big, and I can cut that out and weld a new one in and Bondo and sand, and I'm not real good at that stuff. And, you know, granted, these back doors are Suburban doors. But the doors are chowdered. You know, rocker panels you got to buy with real money. Now, I don't know why this is Bondoed, but there doesn't seem to be any rust. But, you know, those will clean up, and that door is not mint, but it's nicer. You know, there's no holes in that. The hood isn't all chowdered up like mine. Same thing, a perfectly, I won't say good, but serviceable fender door. You know, like I said, there's no, oh yeah, the floor is pretty shot. We could fix that with some stop signs. So I think what my plan is barring any parts that are broken on here that have to be replaced, you know, outright, I don't want to spend any money on this. So I'll pull this fender off and I'll clean it up. We'll sand it down. We'll get it nice and smooth. We'll rust proof the inside. We'll paint it, and then I can throw that fender right on the struggle bus. It'll take me an hour or two. I'll take the crusty one off the struggle bus, and I think, because if we're going to build a Mad Max wrecker, I'll take that hole and I'll cut it out, and I'll get a little piece of diamond plate and just hammer it and just zap it right over top. And then we'll throw it on there. And it'll be a fender to do fender things. It just won't be nice. The same thing with all the rot in the bedside, you know, all these holes. You know, down there's some moss growing on the other side. We'll just cut those kind of out, and we'll just slap some shitty extra plate steel over all that stuff and weld it up. And we'll do the bare minimum to make it function. And maybe street legal. We'll see. I'm pretty sure that was a clear turn signal and they spray painted over it. That's fun. Right there. I know that, yeah, so that's 8C. So this truck should be an 89. However, 88 was the first year of the GMT 400s. So the 1 ton, or more than likely the cab and chassis trucks, it looks like they carried over to 89. And that's what my guess is going to be for this. And I know for a fact, then, if this is an 89 or a late year 88, that it should not have. Are you a Quadrajet? Pretty sure. Oh yeah, that is. Anyway, an 88, 89, hell, even an 87, I'm not sure, somebody check me, should not have a Quadrajet. That should be throttle body injected. And all those wires shouldn't be chopped out. This thing's a mess. We're going to get rid of all that though, because in Mad Max world, you don't need all those wires. We'll put everything on some toggles and relays. Man, the hood is in pretty decent shape though. Like a little bit of paint, a lot of sandpaper. A lot of sandpaper and a bit of paint. But I think that's what we're going to do. I think this engine is locked up because every project that I've ever gotten with the intention of that would be a neat thing to do for the YouTubes, the engine has been locked up. And once I unlock the engine, it's probably going to have a couple stuck intake valves because why not? Regardless, that's the plan for today. Anyway, I'm going to take a new old window, go back to the shop and clean it up and stuff it back in the struggle bus. You always got to have the tow rope with you. And I'm going to go celebrate my 4th of July weekend with a new old window in the struggle bus and drink beer with some buddies. And, you know, send out RSVPs for the end of the world. We'll see you back here next time, if the world doesn't end first.